Welcome to the Full-Time FBA Show. In each episode, it's our goal to help you turn part-time hours into a full-time income selling almost anything on Amazon. And now, your hosts of the show, Stephen and Rebecca Smotherman.
Welcome to episode number 276 of the Full-Time FBA Show. Today, we're talking about how to maximize your profits with an OA deal list subscription. So you have a list that you subscribe to that gives you daily leads. Good for you. Let's maximize those profits. And to help me with this conversation is my wife, Rebecca. What's up, Rebecca?
I am so excited about this topic because this is something that I have been working on for years and years. I mean, not this podcast episode, but this topic is something that I have been trying to do in my own business for years. And so I'm really excited that we're talking about it.
Yeah, so let's get into it on the Full-Time FBA Show.
All right, welcome to the Full-Time FBA Show, where it's our goal to help you turn part-time hours into a full-time income selling on Amazon, and to make sure you're not missing out on any of our updates, blog posts, podcast updates, coupon codes, anything else we put together for you. Make sure you're subscribed to our Full-Time FBA email newsletter, where you'll get around 1 or 2 emails a week with all of the latest Amazon reseller news, training, helpful tips to move your Amazon business forward. So to subscribe, simply go to fulltimefba.com/subscribe and enter your name and email address, click submit, and you're in. Plus, we'll even throw in a few free Amazon reseller freebies that will help move your Amazon business forward just for joining the newsletter list.
Oh yeah, like you'll get our free sales rank chart that we update every month, plus our popular sourcing success worksheet, plus other freebies that we think you're just going to love. So check out fulltimefba.com/subscribe. And if you do that, you're not going to miss out on anything from Full-Time FBA.
Yeah, we don't want you to miss out on anything, and that's kind of the point of this episode today, how to maximize profits with an OA deal list subscription, because we know that some of you are missing out on everything that you could get from subscribing to an OA deal list. As a reminder, or if this is new for you, an OA deal list is a service that provides you with a list of products that you can buy online to sell on Amazon for a profit. But an OA deal list is not something you just check once a day to see the latest leads and then decide what to buy and then buy those items to sell on Amazon and you're done. That is just the beginning of what an OA deal list offers you.
Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, remember last week on the show, I said that if you're only using a deal list by just looking at the daily leads and then deciding on what to buy, and then that's it, you're basically just having the appetizer when you've paid for a 7-course meal. So let's break down the other ways you can use a deal list to maximize your profits, starting with this. Use the deal list to find profitable rabbit trails.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ways to use a leads list. A rabbit trail is when you're focusing on sourcing one type of item or one particular item to sell on Amazon, and somehow you end up buying something completely different, but it still works out as a really good purchase. It's a really good deal. And the longer you sell on Amazon, the more rabbit trails you're going to be able to discover. And that's good because if you're using an OA deal list, you're going to want to start honing that skill. If you're only buying the exact items on the list of deals that you're paying for, you're really limiting yourself as a reseller. You want to spend the extra time that it takes to do a little bit of research on those rabbit trails that you come across so that you can find even better deals that no one else knows about. So let's say a deal list gives you a great deal on a grocery item. If it's a good lead, and even if it's not, maybe take a few more seconds to check out other variations of that grocery item. Follow that as a rabbit trail, and you might find even more profits than what you would have received if you just stuck with a list, and you would find things that might have even less competition and greater profits because other people who are getting that deal list aren't going to be sourcing those items because they're not taking the extra time to do the rabbit trail like you are.
Yeah, another way that you can find rabbit trails that might lead you to finding more profitable inventory to sell on Amazon is if the leads list introduces you to a new online store that you've never heard of before, you can follow that rabbit trail and explore the other items that are in that online store than just the one item that the deal list is suggesting, and see if there's something there. This is an especially good strategy if your deal list offers you coupon codes in the list that you use. I mean, maybe the lead they give you is a good lead, but the coupon code that they give you that goes on with it might also apply to other items that you can find on that same site that are also profitable, so you can get those items too. So this is definitely a way that you can find more items than just the lead that's being suggested on the list. So follow these possibilities as rabbit trails, and you're going to find more profits.
Yeah, what Stephen just described is something that I make sure when I am following a lead that I get from my VAs, I every single time will check other items on that site before I make my purchase, because I might not be able to use that coupon code again, or I might not get as good of a deal if I don't combine the offers. And so always look to see what else you can find on that website before you make your purchase.
And if you find more, you might qualify for free shipping or reduced shipping. Lots of opportunities.
Or a free gift.
Ooh, yeah. I love it when stores send us a free gift.
I know. Okay, another way to use your OA leads list is this. For each of your daily deals that you get in your suggested leads, even if that suggested lead does not match your particular parameters for being a fit for your Amazon business, go ahead and look at the Amazon product page of that lead. And if you scroll a little bit down the page, you can look at other possible inventory items that Amazon is suggesting based on their data from what other customers have purchased in the past. So they'll make suggestions. Amazon will make these suggestions like customers also looked at, or customers also purchased, or frequently purchased together. So those are items that it's a good idea to just go ahead and look at them and see, okay, if customers are looking at this page that I'm on right now, but they're also looking at these other pages, what else is going on here? And you can use that as a rabbit trail to find other individual items that might be worth reselling. So be sure when you're looking on Amazon product pages, when you're doing your research online, be sure you're looking at those Amazon suggestions, because there could be some really great rabbit trails that you can go down on those pages.
Absolutely. Okay, so another way you can use your OA leads list, and this is one of my favorite strategies, is this. I mean, obviously, look at your daily leads on a daily basis. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
I mean, it is a no-brainer, but also people don't actually do that. There are numerous people get a daily leads list and they don't look at it on a daily basis.
Yeah, I find that confusing when you're paying for this service. You're not even looking at the leads, but to each their own. So definitely look at your daily leads on a daily basis, but also go back and check out the past leads and see if any of those leads are either still profitable, or maybe they became unprofitable a few months ago, but have become profitable again. I like to call these zombie leads because they were once dead leads, but they've come alive again. And most deal lists will give you some access to their past leads. Even if you sign up for a new leads list, you might get access to the previous weeks or a few months of previous leads. Don't ignore those. Check those out. See what the situation is right now and see if they're still profitable or have become profitable again. I love zombie leads.
I think you like zombie most things.
Yes, except real zombies. I'm not a fan of those.
Well, it's a good thing that those aren't real.
Yes, amen. I mean, the only person who came back from the dead on their own power was one person, and we will celebrate his resurrection come Easter.
Okay, but we're getting off track. Let's come back to selling on Amazon.
Yes.
Zombies might not be a real thing, but zombie replens are a real thing. So.
Yes, zombie replens. Sometimes I also like to call them Amazombies.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and also please don't email us and try to tell us that zombies are real. I feel like we're getting into controversial territory here. All right, back to what we're trying to talk about here. You just have to know how and where to look to find these zombie replens, Amazombie replens, whatever you want to call them. And those previous weeks or months of deal lists are the place to find them. So if you're using a deal list or you want to start, be sure to save those previous leads, keep track of what you're getting, and then remember to revisit those leads from time to time to see if any of those leads come back and are profitable again. Right.
And so maybe right now you're hearing all this and you want to try out a daily leads list for your Amazon business. And we invite you to try out Full-Time FBA's leads list called OA Success Leads. Our leads are updated every weekday with items from different Amazon categories with strict minimum ROI or profit margins. And you also get, when you sign up, access to the previous 2 months of previous leads where zombie replens might be lying in wait.
Yes, and it's not as scary as Steven is making it sound. So OA Success leads are limited to only 20 sellers per list. We have 2 lists right now. And this exclusive list only has openings from time to time. So you'll want to check if our OA Success leads list has any openings right now, because when there is an open spot, it gets filled fast. In fact, if you go to fulltimefba.com/OA Success right now, see if there's any spots that are open. And if all the spots are filled, you'll be able to join a wait list to be notified as soon as a spot opens up on that leads list.
Yes. So now you know how to get the most from your OA deal list than just looking at the daily leads, how you can find more inventory, sell more inventory, and make more money on Amazon. Again, check it out, fulltimefba.com/OA Success.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. Just a reminder, we'll have all of the links that we just mentioned and the show notes for this episode at fulltimefba.com/276, because this is episode number 276.
And next week on the show, we're going to start getting into wholesale sourcing for Amazon sellers, focusing next week on what to do first. And we look forward to sharing that with you next week on the Full-Time FBA Show.
That's all for this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. So head over to fulltimefba.com/podcast, where you'll find the show notes and links from this episode. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter, where you'll get several free downloads of our popular and helpful Amazon FBA resources. Now, take action on what you've learned today, so you can find success at turning part-time hours into a full-time income with Amazon FBA.